Let's see what we got in here. Ooh boy. Yep. Here we go. Yes, sir. What a couple weeks makes, huh? She's beautiful. My buddy painted it. Even though he's a friend, there's some things you just don't do, you know. I'm gonna pay him. I paid him. Yeah, because it's worth it. I would have never gotten black. There's junk in it. It's just dust and stuff. It's perfect. He went ahead and reprimed it and sanded it because he's been 30 years doing body work, and my work sucked, honestly. You see that okay, you guys? You can see, I don't know if you can see the orange peel under there. That's all my shitty primer. Yeah, so now I got to get it in, not scratch the hell out of everything. I've already scratched the car a little. I'll show you in a minute. Anyway, so yeah, I'd like to get some work done today. It's already 1 in the afternoon, but you know, what are you gonna do? So notice these right here, okay? So in here, what I had done was drill 2 holes for these things for the lower part of this insert. You can see where I've torn up the paint there a little bit. All right, so that mounts there. The ends mount here. Notice there's a hole. Yeah, somebody ripped out the nut, so they put a bolt through there. That's going to be tricky. That's a 2-man job putting it together. So what I was going to do here, when I secured it before, I used self tappers, like 1/2 inch is all I had with a washer, fender washer. So I was going to do that again. I thought, you know what, I generally don't like half-assing stuff, so I bought this Chinese POS, and hopefully it'll work. These are rib nuts, because I'd like to use bolts like this. Okay, they're 1/4 20. So this is basically just a like a rivet gun. You know, you drill a hole. I think it takes a 3/8 inch hole for this insert, and you put it in and squeeze it, and then you've got a nut that goes in there. Here it is. Comes with an assortment of everything. Yeah, thanks guys. Give me 3 of each. Well, I need 4. So I've got the call out to maybe get a couple more, because I really would like to have these in instead of, you know, whatchamajiggers. Talking about scratching paint, there's a little there. And at least get this header panel on here and fitted, not to pull the hood, and then, yeah, go from there. All right. Let's see if these things want to snap off. First time I use it. I will have to take off that bracket right there to get in there. So, okay. Well, there's 2 in. Yep, still got to get the other one in. Nobody has any locally. Fastenal can order them, which sucks. Called a couple people. My son is an airplane mechanic, and they've got a vast store of this kind of stuff. And then my other buddy that painted that works on semis. I'm hoping I'll hear back from one of those guys and maybe get one of them. The Astro 1443 Bravo actually didn't snap. It's compact, you know. Some of these are big affairs that are long with a pair of handles for squeezing stuff in. So I guess while I'm waiting, I'm gonna get out, try to repair some of my work. At least get something on there so it won't rust. All right, guys. To be continued. Well, there it is in. Tweaking going to be needed. Right now, you see where this is? This was flush on this side. I mean, it needs to be adjusted. I had to actually grind out some of the fender inside, the hole for the fender, to slide it back. This is low here, but it's getting to be that time of day where I see the bolt through there. I may have to take this thing off and grind back all along there to get, so this will be able to pull tight. We'll see. But yeah, and before, this actually did stick out a little bit. Now what I'll need to do, and we'll do next, is put the hood on and see how she looks. But yeah, she's that's a big step right there. Now when I go to put the bumper on, instead of trying to put the brackets on now, hopefully they're close, I'll just bolt it on and then put the outers in and go from there. Now I need to find my horns in this mess of a garage and try to get, you know, figure out where the hell they're going to go on here. I think, you know, I don't know what side they used to be on. Figure it out. Okay, that's it for this moment. All right, here we go.
The next day.
Well, this won't be bad. I got room to go backwards here on this. Okay, the gap is what it is. It's tight over here. Okay, right there. And of course there's a huge gap here. I mean, that's just going to be, the trouble is this thing really needs to go back 1/4 inch, 1/2 inch. See that? Shoo! Yay! Yay! If you remember, this thing was, it was sticking out like that on the other, on this side. Anyway, but I don't know if you can see the bolt in there. This isn't pulling tight, like I said, and I guess I'll take this thing off again and see if I can grind up there. So yeah, yeah, found my horns. I mean, they were here somewhere. Now I think on the 70, the horns were in the fender well or inside the engine compartment, just like on the satellite. But you started getting more crap in 70, like, you know, an overflow tube for the radiator. So they got stuck out here, which is honestly a better spot. I'm sure this will be in the way of the grill. I just had to find a couple holes there to use. So yeah, I'll have to find a hole to put them, move them. They're going somewhere, and I want them to go right there. All right. Oh yeah. Oh, P.S. There's no crap in the paint on this. This thing's beautiful. I just want to re-clarify that I said there's stuff in the paint. It came out that way. It's not what I meant. I think you understand that. But yeah, no, that's perfect. So yeah, and the other thing, my light ring, trim ring, this had come off once, and I had it glued on. See, they're spot welded. Well, I can't spot weld anything. So yeah, I'm gonna have to try to get that sucker glued back on. And maybe clean my bench. Yeah, she's nice. So, and next I think it's gonna rain, so that kind of sucks to move things inside. All right, let's get at her. Huh, she worked. Remember I had this hole here for the top of this header? Well, rib nut went in there. This was my alternative. This is what they had in there. Okay, so you can see how much room there is to get your hand from way back behind the fender all the way up. So I mean, this is a two-guy job. One holding trying to keep a freaking open end or box end wrench on there, the other guy tightening this. So yeah, happy. Hopefully it holds and doesn't spin. I think I got a good squish. Now the other thing was, remember, you can see this is where I had to auger these out a little bit on the ends because it wasn't sliding where it needed to. And you could see the bolt between the fender and the deal. Well, I thought I could grind some off back here. Not happening. You know what, I may grind off a back here actually. I think I will. And that might let it pull in some. So anyway, yeah. I think the rib nut gun, or whatever you want, nut zert, is paying for itself. So yeah, I never did mention, yeah, my buddy came and brought me some more yesterday. So yeah, all right, let's see what happens here.
Several days later.
Yep, several days later. So, this is the header panel out of my 72. And if you notice here, this is where the horns go in this car. Nice big bracket reinforcing things, okay? I'm certain in the 70s the horns went there. I don't know. I could have looked online and then been a genius when I told you, yeah, they went there, but I didn't. So, this is different. The grill goes in further, so they weren't going there. So I thought, oh, let's put them here. And that's actually a good idea. I had to take and modify, I think, this one so that it would sit back further. No big deal. Then I was thinking, oh, this is pretty flimsy. It's not that bad, but instead I went ahead and made some doubler plates, you know, just out of 12 gauge steel I got at Home Depot. And they go in there. I got two. They'll go on either side. We'll get that done. So, getting closer to doing the grill. I've been, because I'm an idiot and can't count, I've been, these are the mounts for the grill, okay, the main ones. These will go on the grill. These mount onto the header panel. Of course, those go in. These guys here, they go on the bottom. Once this slides in, they push in to there, which will be ding, ding, and ding. Okay. All right. Those U-nuts will go onto here. There's 5 of them. And then everything's black here, but here's how these guys mount in. Those 2 deals up there, and they'll slide back and forth. You know, it's a pretty good idea. The centers, although only have a hole, these have slots, so everything can slide. Since I can't count, I've been on the phone with AMD, Stevens Performance, Vans Auto, and I'm like, how the hell does this go together? I've had stuff on the internet. I've got the factory service manual, you guys. You can download these, and it shows how it all goes together. But I just can't. I'm an idiot. I can't help it. I'm just an idiot, so whatever. Anyway, yeah, see, here's how it shows how they all go in together. But things just weren't adding up for me. Anyway, I got it figured out. Get those horns mounted down there and see about putting this grill in here permanently, semi-permanently. All right, there we go. Yeah. Got a headlight in. It's pretty close. It's a lot of this. It's a lot of this. It's a lot of this. Yeah. So, yeah, it's pretty close. It's rubbing on the bottom. So I've only got 1 bolt in there, and of course none of them line up with the factory holes. So yeah, I bet I got an hour before I'm happy with that side, and then I got to do the other side. So the grill. I bet you got 2 hours fitting that son of a biscuit. That's what Mordsky says. You guys know Mordsky? Anyway, so yeah, so let's see here. Here's a factory bolt, or the bolts they sent, and the finish and everything is right. But you see that it's a thread cutter? All right. I don't know why the hell they have to do that. I mean, I'm glad, guys, that I can get a kit with all the washers, all the everything, right? But this is the bolt. And honestly, this is a factory bolt. That's what I needed, was maybe 1 more thread. So what I ended up having to do was a bunch of these stainless screws right there. And then some of them would go, there's one, okay? Some of them went in. Aggravating. Sit there and squeeze and squeeze and squeeze, you know, the grill. Oh, there's one that went in, and there's one that went in. I guess there's some on the bottom. I got a lot left over. Anyway, yeah, you know, and then you got to keep your hands fairly clean too. You know, you don't want to be pressing grease into there. So I hit the F it button yesterday and then quit. So yeah, there's a headlight and fitted pretty well. There's gonna be some overlap, guys. This ain't gonna be perfect, you know. I'm gonna get it in better than that. And once this is in, my goal today is just to get these fitted and tight, and then get it aligned over there when it gets darker. But I have to, there's 2 screws that go in there, right? All right, let me see if I can find the kit. I should have got it out for you guys already. Anyway, they've got these white, yeah, these guys are supposed to go in. And I don't plan on doing it. I mean, I'm not the king of half-ass, but I'm not gonna do that, I don't think, if I can get it to go in and be done with it. Anyway, all right. Let's keep on keeping on. Well, there it is. It's not, actually, everything actually fit in pretty well. Right now it's not, obviously. I may have to grind the inside of this plastic so it'll fit over the adjusters for the headlight. But I turned the headlights on and they actually are pretty damn close. Now you see that Wagner is crooked. Well, it's throwing a crooked beam. C'est la vie. So what? So I got about 2 hours of screwing with this. I mean, that's all in. That's going in and out. That's getting it fitted and grinding and cutting and sanding and bullshit. And then this one, I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to go ahead and slide it up and clamp it in and see if it fits. And guess what it did? It went in like a boss. I did screw up the paint a little where all these clips are to hold this thing in. Yeah, so I'm going to take these back off. Nothing's super tight, the grill. I do have turn signals, but I gotta put a ground in. See it right there. So I'm going to run it from the up to the lanyard right there, and make a couple grounds. And then the marker lights, I gotta slide. Here's a factory deal here, you know, off the things I bought. It was still on there. I can't find, that's actually a 1/2 inch. I'm gonna use the damn bolts that were supposed to hold this whatchamajigger down the grill, because I used half of them anyway. Okay, back at her. Okay, I'm getting some curveballs here that I've been trying to solve with this and this, that, those tools there. Okay, Dremel. I knew I had to fix the plastic up there because it was hitting the adjuster, like I said. I got the valance on, but here's what's going on. The buckets are not wanting to fit like they should. This one's clearly could go up, wouldn't hurt a thing, but I'm hitting a wall here. When the bottom will snap in, she'll line up, but I am clearly, I'm hitting something in there. So in the interest, and then I went to test fit that one because it was better. It also wants to give me some crap. So in the interest of not breaking anything, I'm going to call this one today. I'm not going to be a slave to getting content out, but I kind of do want to get this one out. In fact, I may end up where I'm not doing weekly ones because you know, I'm running short on whatever to do, and that's fine because this is supposed to be fun. This thing here is yeah, giving me an issue, so I'm just going to call it anyway. Yeah, guys, it looks like it'll be next week, maybe. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.